All right, just starting up. I'm gonna see if everything's working. I'm gonna tweet out a notification and then we'll see what happens. Okay. Twitter automatically does that already. So I'll just wait for some people to arrive. Please try to say something in chat and then we'll see what happens. Somebody's there. Hello. Yeah, make yourself heard in the chat, please. I'm gonna do a KTK draft tonight as a preparation for the Fate Reforged Streamers event that I'm in, which happens on Wednesday night and on Thursday night. For me, it's the Thursday night 10 p.m. slot, Central European time. So let's see if I can get chat to open for me. That would be great. Hey, Alexius is there. I will need some mods at some point, probably for Thursday. So if you want to be a mod, you can apply now. I will need some help trying out some new features. I have Nightbot now to help me with chat, and I've also tried to make it have an autocard command. So if you try !card space card name, it's supposed to give the text of the card, but it's not always working, and I'm wondering if it's maybe has to do with being set only for moderators. So I'm gonna try it. So this is how it's supposed to work, and I think that's quite beautiful. But I've had the issue that it wasn't working for other people. So yeah, see, it's ignoring you. I'm still working on this. So I know that the applet itself is working, but somehow it ignores people that are not moderators, I think. So I'm working on that. But for now, Alexis, you should have been modded, so try it again, and maybe this will help people out when discussing new cards or other cards. Okay, so it definitely isn't only related to being a moderator. I know it's only a small tool, but maybe it's yeah, Intangible Hawk, great job, you did it. I'm just trying out some stuff, and let me know what works and what doesn't. I want this to be, well, in effect for the future. It's not as important if I'm streaming limited, but I thought it's a nice thing to have. Any objections against drafting Khans of Tarkir? I hope not. Yeah, take it easy on the bot. I'm sure it can't take too much input at the same time. I've tried that before. Yeah, it's working like, I don't know, 50% of the time, but it's usually reacting to my queries. Yeah, I should have, but I'm not streaming that often. I will probably prepare this for Thursday when I hope to get more viewers, because we'll have 8 people drafting Fate Reforged Khans, and we'll all be streaming at the same time. So it's going to be pretty awesome for viewers. I think you can basically watch the whole match in multi-Twitch, or you can watch your favorite player. I'm going to be in the queue with Numa Danami and Paul Cheon, among others. So that's going to be pretty awesome. And of course, that's basically the most important thing while I'm streaming tonight is if you encounter any issues with the stream, you have to let me know. If the audio is bad, I know that it's dark now, but if the video is bad, or if there is frames missing and all this kind of stuff. So, and of course, if you can't see all of the screen, but I think I've figured out my overlay nicely enough. So, yeah, let's try it like this. Other end is pretty good to start with. I like Mardu Horde Chief. That's pretty much it. So I would say there might be people picking Mystic of the Hidden Way, but I think that Mardu Horde Chief would be the better common to pick, which makes picking Other End first a bit awkward if we really consider the Horde Chief the second best card in the pack. Right Down is also pretty nice. So a lot of good Mardu cards, solid Absam cards, and a fine blue card. I'm still taking the rare here. Yeah, you can try to figure out the weirdness of when Nightbot decides to respond and when he doesn't. And I think I'm just gonna drop a message to the bot owner. Yeah. And the card feature is basically me putting something on top of Nightbot functionality. Can't really say more than that. Dragonsteel Twins, a bit greedy, but I mean Mardu with Dragonsteel Twins is definitely an option. Ruthless Ripper, Horde Ambusher, Mardu Warshreaker, all fine in that color combination. Force Away Throttle, not too amazing. Yeah, I'm just picking rares for now. I don't see a reason to pick a cheaper card here. I still only have the other end. Dragonsteel Twins is pretty strong, goes into all kinds of decks I like to draft, and we'll get a better idea of where we're going after that. The fact that it goes into a single clan makes it rather easy, I think. Okay, Hall of the Horde is very funny. You can actually copy Tormenting Voices with it, which is quite strong. Not gonna pick it third. Watcher of the Roost, Mardu Warshrieker, Sweat the Monstrous if we want to stay in Mardu. And Color Fixing and Scoured Barons if you would want to prioritize that highly. I think I like Watcher the best, followed by the Warshrieker. I don't want my curve to get too high, so yeah, I'm never taking Hall of the Horde third. It would be funny to just continue picking rares and see where we get. But Watcher is nice, and well, Mana Fixing is also nice. I think getting a Morph here that has, it's actually often quite relevant to gain 2. This is between Bringlow, Scavenger, and Scoured Barons if we want to just stick to our colors. And from the packs, I don't really see a reason not to. I'm not taking a Water Whirl, and all the other good cards are in my color anyway, or in my colors. I really like Delph, and I'm not the biggest fan of Bringlow. Smite might actually be better. I'm going to take the Scavenger. I think it's quite underrated. It's a warrior, it has evasion. 3/3 is just enough to get through all the 2/3 flyers, 2/1 flyers, and so on. Okay, do I like it enough to pick it over Nightblade and Killshot? I think I'm just luckily in the right colors. I don't know if red is working out, but black and white seem to be open. I like Scavenger even more than Nightblade, I think. Don't like Teamer Charm or the Abomination here. And Killshot, I think, is an alternative to the second Sultai Scavenger. It's not great if we end up in just a straight up warrior deck. Then I would just want to be aggressive. Yeah, I'm gonna take it. Now any kind of Rakshasa Secrets, is that what it's called, is going to be just playable, no matter how our deck looks like. This is an easy hate blade over Killshot. And yeah, this is the kind of cards that I really don't want in my deck. It's just not on the same power level as the cards I would like to pick. I have an issue with Aerostorm as well, given that my mana is pretty horrendous then. But it's by far the best card. I'm not taking Summit Prowler, and I'm not picking a blue card. So let's take this, leaving ourselves open to maybe go white-red. Bitter Revelation is interesting. It doesn't seem to fit in an aggressive deck, but with the two Scavengers, there's actually not a bad reason not to run it. The same could be said about Tormenting Voice, though. Yeah, this is not looking like an aggressive Mardu deck right now. Don't know what to do here. It's going to be a card draw spell, I'm pretty sure. It's just that neither is really where I want to be, and I'm kind of scared about my mana consistency. I think Bitter Revelation is a bit stronger, so I'm going to take it. If I had a Revelation already, it would be the Tormenting Voice, I think. None of these cards excite me. I actually have one spot missing the 2-drop slot. Okay, there's the Rakshasa Secret. So now we can really support the Scavengers with the Secret, or we take Jeskai Student because we have 0 2-drops at this point. I can still go into some kind of a control deck. I'm going to take the Secret here. I don't think I'm beating down with this deck anyway. So let's see what we can make work with the more controlling cards. Now the Tormenting Voice would be great because Hall of the Horde wield. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, I need to make these smaller. That just doesn't work for me. This draft is a bit all over the place for now, but I'm hoping that because we have just powerful cards, we can find a strategy still. So no, I don't like the pet at all. I want my morphs to really have a good board impact when I unmorph them, and the pet just doesn't really qualify for me. All right, can you all see what I'm doing? Okay, it looks fine. Yeah, so not very aggressive is my main issue with the draft thus far, and that's gonna dictate how I want to go about things. We don't need to look at this swamp down there. So here, Murderous Cut seems like a pretty easy pick. We already have a Delph theme, so we can capitalize on that. It's better than Mardu Charm by a mile, and Bring Low is just far less efficient. Here it's clearly a 1-drop, so we can put it here. Get mice as a pet. I'm not getting any pets, and definitely not mice. So any considerations as to what my second color should be? I think I'm pretty much set on black with the Murderous Cut and the 2 Scavengers, and the other end splashing white. So the more natural way of going about things would be to just play white as the secondary color and have red as a splash, which rules out the Dragon-style Twins and Aerostorm. Hoping not to play most of these creatures here, of course. So Grim Haruspex looks nice. The only cards that are competing are Jeskai Student and Windscarred Crag. I do need some fixing sooner or later, but I'm not going to pass a really good black card here. So at this point, I can play black-red or black-white, splashing 1 or 2 other cards without a problem. I can even just go black-white. Didn't really pick up too many white cards. The Watcher has Morph, and we first picked the other end. So from what we've seen in the draft, it's probably supposed to be black-red here. I live in Aachen, Germany. So that's a lot of good cards. Bloodsoaked Champion is great. Horde Amateur is fine. Ponyback Brigade and Take Up Arms are good. I'm not looking to draft this kind of Trumpet Blast deck, so I'm not sure if I really want the token makers, considering that my mana is already pretty awful. I like the Bloodsoaked Champion, except for the fact that it doesn't block. That's kind of my main issue with it. It doesn't seem like something that my deck is going to help if I can't block. So I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna end up with red cards in my deck, simply because Dragonstyle Twins work really well in this kind of control deck. And then I want to be splashing Other End. I think I'm actually taking a fixing out of this pack with a slim hope that maybe the Tormenting Voice wields, because this is still a point in the draft where there is sufficient cards that something can come around. Another Ponyback Brigade. If my mana was better, I would be taking these, but now I'm just fixing my mana to not run into any dangers. Wow, so a second Arrow Storm is better than Barrage of Bolas. That's not something we want. And once again, a 2-drop. I think I'm really just splashing white at this point. I can splash the Watcher with no downside, and I have to think about the Hate Blade. But I have the Other End, and that's pretty much basically fine. If I'm splashing white, I'm not too interested in the Bloodfell Caves. I want my mana, my lands to produce white mana, my splash lands. So I'm taking Arrow Storm. Bit clunky, but hopefully this will work out. The best cards are in white. I think Killshot is quite good, and having no 2-drops is really, really awkward, but I'm not taking a white 2-drop if I don't have the mana to support it. So I think it has to be between Summit Prowler and Bondkin. Summit Prowler just being better on 4. That looks like an easy Prowler, I think. The Bondkin, I don't need the 3-drops, and I'm not the biggest fan of it as a morph. I could just pick the Killshot. I mean, if I play Other End and Killshot, I can definitely support these kind of cards. That's probably better. Let's take the removal when we can. It's a late Ponyback. Now I'm definitely going to take it. I was a bit sad to pass them, but seems like a good time to pick them up. Okay, I've messed up my casting cost again because of these lands. Oh, this doesn't look too bad. Hull of the Horde probably not making it, but we'll see. It's a late Prowler. Oh my! I have a lot of competition on streaming tonight, but this is pretty much the only time I can stream before Thursday. So I really wanted to get a test stream in because I hadn't been streaming in a while, and I hope this one is sufficient. But so far from what I'm getting is that there's no dropped frames. You can hear my voice clearly. You can see Magic Online. So I'm already quite happy about that. I had to go down on the resolution down to 720p because my upload speed is actually not that high. Don't draft that little 2-drops in KTK. I love my 2-drops, especially in KTK, and this is not how you should do it. Just saying. Okay. Something that's pretty awesome is I'm using this plugin for OBS, which shows the chat. So I don't actually see the chat as you see it, but it has it has all the Twitch chat icons, so you can kappa and Franker Z to your heart's content until Nightbot bans you. Wow. Other End and Dead Drop. The second Other End looks very, very spicy. Yeah, I think that's just the pick, right? Who's gonna beat the double Other End deck? When they thought it was already the end, you just have another one. I think Dead Drop is fine, but I have 3 Delve cards, and even on the splash, Other End is just amazing. Let's see if that works out. Okay, people don't like the Scavenger as much as I do. I've gotten that much. And on the other hand, I don't like cards like Sage or Harrier too much. I would take a 2-drop here over the Scavenger, but I'm just picking it up, even if it might not make the deck. Sandstorm Citadel, Alabaster Carrion, Debilitating Injury. Citadel is fine. I would like to have it, but the injury is exactly what my deck needs. I can't play with that little 2-drops. Okay, I need more moderators, you said? Feat of Resistance in the deck without 2-drops. That sounds like a plan. I really like Feat of Resistance. The other cards I don't need. I don't think I'm going to run 2 Bitter Revelations. Yep, let's just take the best card in the pack. Oh, Mardu Hateblade on the splash. Or Mardu Skullhunter without raid. It's a bit greedy, maybe. We can make this work, right? We don't even have to be red. We can just be white-black splashing red. We lose a bunch of cards, but our deck gets so much more consistent. And Hateblade is a ton better than the alternative. Absent Battle Priest. Get in here. Color Sword. Goodbye red. Welcome white. I wouldn't say that's how you draft KTK, because these kind of things never happen, but that's maybe because the format is not new anymore. So I don't know what's happening exactly. I can't mod all of you, right? I mean, how many viewers are there anyway? Can't see from here. Kind of more moderators than viewers. Jungle Hollow. Not a fan of Saltwater Patrol, but it's playable. Yeah, 71. I have 2 moderators and myself for 71 viewers. I think that's fine. Maybe more on Thursday. How about that? It's a good question, Golden Urn Shaw. Who moderates the moderators? So now it's just a pony bag right now. We are not playing Dragon Cell Twins, and Whole of the Horde would be super fun. Maybe we're just playing this because it's a stream and it's going to be awesome, but it wouldn't be in my deck otherwise. I like Dutiful Return if you have multiple Hate Blades, by the way. Also, it will make sure that you draw that you win with your game-winning cards if you only have a single bomb. Yep. Foil land? Oh, there's a Shadow that's theoretically playable. No, foil basic planes. So the Epson Battle Priest does make Saltwater Patrol a bit better. I think we're just playing a bunch of removal in this deck. And then hopefully we'll win with the Scavenger. Okay, I think I'm just playing this. It's too much fun. And I have the 2 fixers, fixing lands. Yep, foil basic planes. I could even run it. Sultai Soothsayer, almost no cards in the pack. The Harrowspect is actually not the best in this deck. I mean, I have almost no creatures that could die or that want to die. Let's see. Blazebringer. Yeah, I'm not splashing for Blazebringer as much as I like the card. Dutiful Return is probably not making it simply because I have so much removal. I don't love CDC's Pat because of its low impact when you unmorph it. I'm probably playing too many spells here. Let's see, 15 creatures. This is 25, and this looks like a 28 land deck to me. So I would have to cut 3 cards, but cutting 3 creatures seems a bit ambitious. I think the reasonable choice would be to cut Hall of the Horde. If I'm casting this and something else, I'm probably winning by a mile. I could cut Assault Scavenger because 3 is a bit much. And you can always cut Feat of Resistance in a control deck. But Feat of Resistance is also really, really good. So the reasonable choice here is to cut Hall of the Horde and probably one more spell. But I want the Rakshasa Secret with the even if I'm only running 2 scavengers, I really want the additional Delph enablers. Also, with so many 1-for-1 removal spells, getting 2 cards out of my opponent's hand is just going to be great. So it's actually kind of difficult. Maybe the CDC's Pet can actually go. I want the Skull Hunter, my curve is too bad otherwise, so I could see cutting Pet and a Scavenger and just keeping the Patrol so that I have better blockers. And also the Outlast and the Battle Priest, that it just works kind of nicely together. The Pet will never win a game. It's going to be good if my opponent plays X2 creatures, but the Patrols are good anyway. So if I play it like this, and then I really want to play this, then I cut one more card, for example the Feat of Resistance, then I have the 22 cards that look reasonable. So yeah, I'm gonna try Hall of the Horde. It's probably not gonna be good, but this is a stream, and if this was the Pro Tour, I would run Feat of Resistance and not worry about this card, but it's not. So pretty even on black and white. Question is if we play a mountain. We have 2 cards and good mana otherwise. I could see the mountain not being too much of an issue, and it does make sure that we're more likely to cast our cards. I like a single mountain here, I think. Let's see. 18. We have 20 sources. So if we play a single mountain, that's 3 red sources, leaving us with 17 sources. We can play 1 more black, but then white gets the shaft in the sense that it also has the tapped lands. It's a little less white cards, but the Hate Blades need both kind of mana. Would probably be reasonable to go 16, 17, 19. Yeah, that doesn't work. So I don't really love only having 6 untapped white sources, but 9 untapped black sources. With the Battle Priest and the Patrols, yeah, we kind of need to draw the Windscarred Crack if we play this kind of mana base. It's probably better to not play the Mountain and to just rely on 2 sources for 1 card that we want it for and 1 card that we can just play as a morph and trade off. That way we get another white source. I like that better. It feels better to have our main colors fully supported with the same amount of sources. Yep, I'm gonna submit this. Yeah, Hall of the Horde with 2 other ends seems just totally ridiculous. So I want to have it. So, Jan, welcome. You're even a mod in my channel too. So, I think this is an interesting deck building exercise. I'm definitely not sure if this is remotely correct, but I have the cards in that I want. We could cut Assault Road Patrol for another 3-drop. I think that would be reasonable. But these are 3-drops as well, so even if this is a 6-drop or more, it doesn't look too bad. I'm gonna play first just to not fall behind, and then trade off 1-for-1 at some point, hopefully win. I don't have too many win conditions, which is why I wanted the Outlast creatures, but that might be a bit optimistic. I think Grim Harrowspec is gonna do a good job. Yeah, I can't support a double red card, that just doesn't work. Cutting Killshot for Fate of Resistance. I think Killshot might just be better in this deck. It's not that my creatures are particularly good. I don't have a single creature that I need to win the game to stick around. And Fate of Resistance is good if you are attacking, your opponent is tapped out, and if they block, you just blow them out, and you get a permanent bonus. But when am I ever going to pressure my opponent, and with which creature am I going to blow them out with Fate of Resistance? The best I can think of is maybe keeping this around, or of course keeping this around. But this requires me to already be in a position where I can actually do this. I think that Fate of Resistance is just weaker than Killshot, also because I will be able to keep open my instant removal, passing the turn, and then I can decide what to do. But Fate of Resistance is not a card that you just keep. You have to find the situation to actually play it. You have to engineer the situation to play it. I'm playing this despite being a control deck, and that's because you can still drop it on turn 2 and it's not embarrassing. And if I ever get to trigger it, it works because I have 3 1-drops, you just generate card advantage as well. Yeah, that's reasonable. Cutting Rakshasa Secret is definitely reasonable. And by that I mean I'm not doing it. Yeah. Dizzle has it figured out. This is about value, and value is what we're getting. So make sure to tune in on Thursday when we do the Fate Reforged Streamers draft. It's 10 p.m. Central European time. And let me show you something else. How's this for service? Now, if my opponent would be chatting, we could even see the chat. Oh no, Valley Dasher. So, yeah, we're taking infinite damage off that Valley Dasher. That's pretty much for certain. And I'm going to try to Assault or Patrol it. So I'm going to take another point of damage. So, about this Grim Harrowspec, I kind of want to play it face up, but that seems weird. If my opponent has a good morph, he might not attack with the morph. And it probably doesn't matter if it's 3 power or not. Yeah. This is pretty bad if my opponent has Fate of Resistance and I block the morph. And then it wouldn't matter because it would be black otherwise. So yeah, if the morph is not attacking, it's actually good. Of course it's helpful. I thought of that. Can even make it bigger because there's no chatting, so... Yep, not blocking Valley Dasher. I was thinking to have this unmorph to if Saltwood Patrol gets killed. But to be honest, there aren't too many actual kill spells for this in the format, so... High Sentinels is good and interesting at the same time, because now the Valley Dasher might get pumped here, although it doesn't really gain my opponent much. Could also be a Crippling Chill. No, that's a Force Away without the trigger. Okay, blocking the Morph if it attacks. Face down creature. Okay. Yeah, I have to trade. I can't take this. Yep, blocking here. Was a Mistfire Weaver, so it was actually a reasonable card to Watcher of the Roost. So the High Sentinel will kill me. Not even in the long run, it will just kill me. If I kill it now, I have a good shot that my opponent might not have anything. If I play the Saltwood Patrol, I think my opponent will spend his turn attacking with everything and pumping the Valley Dasher with High Sentinels. That means I take 6, which puts me down to 5 because I play Windscarred Crag that turn. And then I kill the High Sentinels the turn after. Yeah, the Murderous Cut is just too expensive. I'm not really getting around that. So my main issue is, even if I play the Murderous Cut this turn, I'm not playing 2 things next turn. Because next turn I have 6 mana, but I would need 7 for Patrol and Watcher. So it could actually be that the Patrol has the higher upside if it wasn't for this thing. Go down to 5, and then I have to block a 3/3. Yeah, this just doesn't work out. Play the Watcher, and no, Watcher does nothing. Yeah, if I cut the Sentinel, I think I'm also not winning, but I can at least try. I can also play... If I play the cut with the Harrowspikes, yeah, the Scavenger is too expensive anyway, so let's kill this. Play the land. Now my Scavenger costs 5, but I don't think that would have mattered. On 4 I can play Saltwood Patrol. Now I kind of have to hope that I have to draw a cheap card. I think that's pretty much what I need. And I need my opponent not to have something good, and Valley Dasher is actually good in this spot. Another Saltwood Patrol. So I play a Saltwood Patrol. I assume that this doesn't unmorph for more than 2 damage. And then I play next turn, I play the Watcher, flip it, and another Saltwood Patrol. Yeah, I'm probably dead. Oh wait, I can actually play the Sultai Scavenger as well. If I play only 1 spell this turn, it could be the Sultai Scavenger. Yep, let's do this. Not gonna bluff anything. So with the Scavenger, that means I probably have to block the Morph. And yeah, if the Morph is good, I can't win anyway. So I have to assume the Morph is bad. And then I have to try to stabilize with Watcher of the Roost. It's very unlikely that I'm surviving this turn. Okay, that was clear. Easy enough. Modern Blazebringer are not the best against the suicidal thing. Bitter Revelation, probably a cut against the double Valley Dasher deck. Barrage, not good. Red cards, probably not good either. I could bring in an Anarch Tracker, but that seems... Well, Unmorphed it's actually quite nice, but that seems bad. Yeah, let's try it like this. It's a nice hand. Just having a single Hate Blade here makes a huge difference in how much damage I'm going to take. My opponent on Double Mountain could also be good for me. Okay, I can beat only mountains. Especially with my hand. My hand is very nicely set up. The good thing about my deck is that I have so much removal that I basically never have to worry about holding it back. I can keep the cut for the high sentinels if my opponent has a plains. The morph. And a blue source, okay. I don't think my opponent is blocking, and if he is, so be it. I don't know why you wouldn't block there, because of 4 mana is not as scary. Okay. Get in there with the Horde Ambusher. Okay. Oh, that's actually pretty nice for him. With the Mortar Warshreak, I couldn't do anything against it. Didn't have a good block anyway, but that's a nice combination. Now the Warshrieker plus whatever he wants to cast. Maybe even a white card. What? Didn't I board this out? Oh no, I didn't. I boarded out Rakshasa's Secret, which would be great here. I thought I boarded it out, but apparently I didn't. So, don't think I can bluff any attacks here. I just want to get this down. Now drawing one of these Winds card cracks is quite the value. I'm just gonna outlast one of them to have Cut and Hateblade open. Yeah, I only have 2 red sources. I didn't bring in. I didn't. I decided not to play more. And I somehow thought that I had boarded out the hole, but of course I didn't. So because it has to be a tapped red source, it's kind of awkward. All the Valley Dashers. Is this the 5/2? Okay, I guess. Force away. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, these swamps aren't helping. Just dead now, I think, to the High Sentinels. Take 4. If my opponent plays a creature first, I think I have to draw something immediately. Treasure Cruise. It's a nice start to the stream. Well, if I block the 3/3 and he has something good under the morph, he actually has to spend the mana too. So if I just block with my 1/1, he doesn't spend the mana, casts something else instead. Yep, I kind of need other end here, but the Treasure Cruise on his part, pretty strong. Yeah, so now I think he will let the Valley Dasher die, and then this has 4 power, and he can kill me next turn. Oh, I blocked the Ambusher, but with my 2/2. Do you want me to block the Morph with my 2/2? Oh, okay, yeah. I could have blocked Morph on Morph because he only had 4 mana, if that's correct. If he had 5, it wouldn't have been a viable line, I think. I probably didn't have to play that land there. I blocked Ambusher and a 3/3. I think so. We are clear that I have to block the 3/3. But I could have blocked Morph on Morph, and that would have been better because he wouldn't have gotten the 5/2. Yeah, you're right. Ultimately, I'm not only losing because I took too much damage. This is just like the curve that my opponent had after not having anything but mountains was a bit too good. I don't know what I could do there. Like, except for not having this in my deck. Yeah. So, well, the good news is we have more packs to burn. Yeah, I think he started the turn with more than 4 mana, but then he did something. Yeah, he did the Crippling Chill, I think. I was even punished for outlasting there, even though I was careful to keep one of the Saltwood Patrols. But then he had the Crippling Chill, the Unmorph, the Force Away, and I was fine then. But then he had the Sentinels and the Treasure Cruise, and I think at that point it was a bit too much. Okay, now that we know what's going on, we can try to win another draft. My plan is to commentate on most of the European GPs. It's just, yeah, pretty much. It's not clear if I will have time for all of them, but the plan is definitely to do that. Do you like Rattleclaw Mystic better than Falconer? I think Falconer is the better first pick. Yeah, I'm doing Civi, I'm doing What's going on? Liverpool, Seville. There's yeah. I really didn't think I wasted the Murderous Cut. Not only did I not take 5, I dealt with a 5-power creature that I didn't have a solution for, that, well, at least not a dominant solution, and I prevented my opponent from drawing and discarding with Force Away. I couldn't know that my opponent already had everything he needed. What? Dig through time? It's good in cube. I think it's good in limited. White blue, not the greatest, but I'm taking it here. Didn't know you passed this kind of card. I love Alabaster Kirin. Yeah, I'm just sticking to white now. Hopefully a bit more aggressive than last time. So for the foreseeable future, I will be at the European GPs. So how do we like Mardu Heartpiercer? Seems pretty nice. Skullhunter is good. Leaping Massa is good. This time I should definitely get some 2-drops, but I'm not going to pick them over Mardu Heartpiercer. Oh, Rough Rider. Well, is this another one of these drafts where I only get the most expensive cards possible? Maybe. Hoe of the Horde. It was nice, but ultimately didn't work out. Let's do something for our curve then. I still like to have a kill shot. I do have a glass here, so I'll switch to that now. While we're waiting for these packs, you can, oh wow, you can follow me on Twitter, you can follow me on Twitch, you can even follow me on or subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's really just me uploading the streams, but if you miss one, you can watch it there. This is interesting. I think the Bringlow and the Aerialist are actually quite comparable, given that I'm more likely to end up in Mardu. But of course, if I end up in blue, the Aerialists are a lot better than Bringlow. Yeah, let's take a dragon. I'm being a bit greedy again here, but who cares? I wasn't thinking of 06 2-drops. I was thinking about more aggressive options. I'm going to take a land here. As I've said, I want my morphs to actually be the high impact cards in my deck. Should I go Mardu again? Yeah, I should. I can go Jeskar or Mardu now, which is a great position to be in. This land supports both, and I really need to get some cheap cards, some cheap early drops, which is how I like to draft this format. It's just I haven't really seen them in packs where I could reasonably take them. I did win a PPDQ, and you did as well, didn't you? I'm going to show you what I played. Of course, I had to play. Well, it wasn't exactly this list, but you get the idea. So I played Jeskai Ascendancy combo. The main deck was pretty much as you see it here, and I played my own sideboard, not with the gifts package. But now, sadly, these cards are banned, so I'll have to think about what to do in Modern. But there's a Proto coming up, so I'm not too afraid. I don't want to be controlling. I've had enough of being a controlling deck. Okay, with Prowess, Defiant Strike is nice. Act of Treason is actually pretty nice as well. I like the Act a little better, I think. But was your PPTQ also in Modern, or was it Was it even constructed? Jeskai Elder, Warname Aspirant, Alabaster Kirin, Tormenting Voice. Yeah, here's our 2-drop. I think I have to take a 2-drop now. It's just that picking a blue card doesn't really fit my overall theme here, so it has to be the Aspirant, which is actually not a bad card. Not upset to take it. I'm only upset to pass Alabaster Kirin, which I like a lot. So there's about a Horde Chief and only a Horde Ambusher. Also a Mystic Monastery. I think Horde Chief is too good not to pass. And if I end up being in 2 colors, I'm actually more happy. And I might wield the Rush of Battle. Yeah, I think Horde Chief is really, really good. And Bonkin is easy. Better than Jeskai Charm by a mile. So, do you go to Stockholm because you think there will be less players, or is there it because it's a nice vacation city? YouTube is also / and then my name. Yeah, just really, really simple. Hi, Big Z. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's not smart to go to Düsseldorf, even if it's the closest regional PDQ for me. But I kind of want to believe that it's the correct line to just go to the one that's next to where you are. I don't really want to like fly to Stockholm if I can just go to Düsseldorf by car or train. And if the competition is stiff, then I'll just have to battle harder, better, faster, stronger. Is that what it's called? So how are you liking my deck so far? Not well. Falconer with the 2 drops is actually quite nice. Should be fine. Should be fine. No playable cards for me. Let's take the Winter Flame. Yeah, I hope the Nightbot is doing its job. Can somebody try exclamation mark card and some card from Fate Reforged? So this is interesting. I don't like the Harrier at all, but it's a warrior, and the Glacial Stalker would be on the splash, but I like Glacial Stalker better than Sage Eye Harrier. Interesting. I have no warrior synergy, so I'm going to take the Stalker, even if it seems a bit greedy. Second Bloodfax, but makes ferocious spells a lot better too. Ah, this is blue. Again, the same issue. Let's take the Tormenting Voice then. Thank you, One Man Crowd. Great job. I don't like Winter Flame too much, and especially not in this deck. It's not working again for Calco. I don't know what's up with this. Look at that. Yeah, working like a charm. That's what I'm thinking as well. Some kind of cooldown. Maybe each one of you can trigger it, but then yeah, I don't know. Unfocused again. It's a lot more focused than the last one by a mile, so I'm already quite happy. Do you remember when I took the area list, what I could have taken instead? Oh, I think it was just a burn away. All the teamer cards. I don't think this deck looks bad. I don't have token makers, but that's difficult if you're not actually Mardu. Is that the card from Avacyn Restored? I think that one made mono black draftable. Or I think there were two cards that made mono black like a really good strategy to draft. And I think that was one of them. Okay. Yeah, that's not the pack I wanted to see. Now, about the unfocused bit, Killshot is a bit weird if you are aggro, but I found that killshotting just people that unmorph their creatures is just still very, very powerful. I kind of like the Savants as another morph, and I like the Barrage of Boulders because we have two Bloodfire experts. I would take fixing over anything though. Should I take the Treasure Cruise like my last opponent? Just curve out perfectly and then draw 3. I mean, I'm not casting Dig, so I'll go with my guts and pick the card that I can definitely play. Ice Feather even too? Yeah, not too late now, but maybe this is where we had to be. Now it's Bringlow or Smite. Yeah, I don't. Well, Mardu Warspeaker is actually better. Yeah, Mardu Warspeaker is super good. Feat of Resistance. We all know how great that card is, and you should never leave it in your sideboard. Okay, nobody can't. There can't be anybody on Teamer. So I'll tell you a secret. I don't like this card too much. I think that Mystic of the Hidden Way is somehow weird because you spend 5 or 6 mana for a creature that has no defensive qualities, basically, and the 3 unblockable damage is not really better than unmorphing something large. That's in my experience, but I can respect playing with it. It's just not for me. So if I know that some people have this as one of the best blue commons, and I just don't agree. So here, Timely Hortmaid seems a bit better than the War Shrieker. I already have a single War Shrieker, and then I can get back some. These two 2-drops are actually really good as well. I like War Shrieker, but Hortmaid is great here. Do I have a Tormenting Voice already? Yes, I do. I also have a Trumpet Blast and a Rush of Battle. Not too keen on more blue cards. Let's actually take a Tormenting Voice. What did I take the Biovac over? Well, what did I take over the Biovac? Biovac? I don't even know. Okay, I have more fixing than the colors I'm playing. Both wield barrage and well, I think Jessica Soon is a lot better than mana fixing at this stage. My mana is actually not bad. I'm not worried about my mana. And here, probably just barrage. As nice as Treasure Cruise is, this is playable. Bivouac. Yeah, let's not make this into a pronunciation lesson. Oh, it's a second barrage. Yeah, it's good to be mana paranoid, but I don't know, I have a single blue card. This is not in my deck. And I don't even have to play it. So banners in draft rarely make my deck. There has to be something really special going on if I have a banner in my deck. But it's not horrible to play one. It's just that you don't want to be the one playing them, if that makes sense. Okay, I didn't get the amount of creatures that I would have liked. That's the first thing, which makes Trumpet Blast and Rush of Battle pretty awkward. But Barrage of Boulders seems pretty nice with the 2 Bloodfire Experts and the ways of just pushing through. I also like my curve. It's definitely a nice curve. I'm not sure on the Dragon's Eye Savants, but yeah, I kind of need playables, so let's see how I want to fill this deck. Yeah, I probably need to play one of these pump spells. Double Tormenting Voice seems like a lot, but with my mana I can't play too many blue cards. I could splash the Winter Flame, but I want to keep it really low. And the Rivervale Aerialists, they don't even fit into this deck, really. I want to discard my lands with Tormenting Voice and then have a blue 6-drop. But it's another way of winning the game. Well, Barrage of Boulders is a nice way of winning the game. If only I had more 4-power creatures. Well, my 2 4-power creatures require me to have the blue mana. So maybe it's just going to be... Where's my lands? It's weird. Maybe it's actually just going to be a few islands, and yeah, average is more than I'm hoping for when I'm drafting. So average draft deck. I'll take that in a heartbeat. Yeah, I think the blue. I don't know. I didn't see Mardu cards. I saw Teamer cards. I saw a lot of Teamer cards. But I didn't see the point where I could have switched. I think my white cards are very strong, so maybe we like Rush of Battle here. I don't think the Warriors theme is super important, but it's definitely there, and that makes it better than Trumpet Blast. Oh, this could work. Just have to think about the amount of blue sources. Because I have the Winds card Crag, I think I can get around playing a few of them. I'm not sure on the split between Barrage of Boulders and Act of Treason. Both are going to be nice if they work, but Barrage is kind of tough to trigger for me. So one should be enough. And the Act of Treason can just actually steal games pretty convincingly. Yeah, no, it's actually not too bad. So I only need a single blue if I'm happy with just casting these as morphs, which is not great. And I could these savants. These savants look horrible. I could actually run Whirlwind Adept, even though it's also horrible. It at least does something. The savants are just going to be a 3-drop with no ability. And the Whirlwind Adepts could actually win me games, especially if I'm playing Barrage of Boulders. That would be the reason to play it over something like a Skullkin. It's also kind of nice with Rush of Battle. Yeah, I'm just trying this, and I want to play a lot of blue sources. Well, not a lot of blue sources, but a reasonable amount of blue sources anyway, because I think that it's quite unlikely to not draw your red mana with this kind of deck. I have 3 red sources and 2 white sources here. So if I play 3 blue sources, I think 3 is fine. It's not super high amount, but it's good. It should be enough to cast a blue 6-drop and a blue 5-drop, given that I have 2 Tormenting Voices too. So yeah, I didn't even update my tags. I'm 0-0 in KTK draft, not counting the first draft. And I'm not gonna stream the whole night, so if we lose now, it's already over. But if we win, then we are just gonna continue as long as it goes. Snap keep. So my main issue with having the blue 6-drop is that I kind of want to ditch my excess lands, and I want to hold them in my hand if I can. Oh, okay. We have Ifarnung in here. I could actually show this to you. And he's being a fair opponent. I mean, if you enjoy the stream and then join my draft to ghost me, might not be the best course of action. Falconer could also attack, just feed it up. Wouldn't be horrible. My opponent would probably. Yeah, I don't think I block here. The thing is, getting the Falconer onto the battlefield is also quite valuable. I only have a single white, so that's something where I have to be a bit careful. I think my idea here is to just run out the Kirin and then start outlasting. What is this? Tormenting Voice. Hey! It's actually really good for me. So what I'm not doing is maximizing my 4-power potential for Barrage, but with the feed it should be fine. Okay, my opponent might be up to a little more here. Martyr War Shrieker into Outlast, maybe? But what does attacking with the Falconer do? Probably just gets blocked, to be honest. Does my opponent double block here, honestly? I think you almost can't. It's very risky to double block, because if I have just a bring low or anything, really. I really want to cast the War Shrieker, clearly. And I kind of want to use the mana from the War Shrieker to to outlast one of my creatures. Maybe even the Bondkin, because it's the weakest on its own. And I can't really think of something that my opponent can do here to really punish me. And then I'm almost attacking for lethal next turn. not risking the double block. Even though it wouldn't be horrible for me, it would still cost me a turn, which I don't want. Keep around a 2-3 on defense is also better. We curved out quite nicely. I like how we have 0 warriors in play. Whoa, this could actually just be a raid enabling attack. I'm gonna block. Maybe my opponent has a wingmate rock and just wants it. Oh, sure. I'll take this gain in information any day. Okay, that's really a first world problem if your hand is so good that you don't really want to discard anything. On the other hand, I kind of want to keep open feet, which means that casting outlasting is not what I want to do. I could attack with everything and just Feat of Resistance my Falconer if my opponent blocks, leaving him with 0 creatures, which is kind of cool. It might even be better than outlasting. Too many options here. It's safest just to pass, having Feat of Resistance up, also attacking for 5. 5, 11. It's not. It doesn't work out perfectly, but I have the feet up, so I'm definitely threatening some kind of lethal if my opponent taps out, for example. Mantis Rider. Okay. Do I try to block here with feet? Kind of in a bad spot if my opponent also has a bounce spell. I'm just trying it. Let's choose blue. Oh no. I'm an idiot. I thought blue would protect me nicely from bounce, but of course that was completely irrelevant. Yeah, I'm completely stupid. Whoa. That was completely stupid. I just figured if he had any instance, he would be casting them. Now he's attacking even? That's a bit too much. That write down. I think I win easily if I choose red or white. Did we see this in the draft? Did I see this when I made my first pick? No, I think this was the other draft. Well, that's good. I'm not dead. I win if I draw land, I think. Or does he have another write down? He just attacked into my first strike one turn ago. So I figured if he had something, I don't want him to be able to use it last turn. Whoa. Maybe he just kills me now? Wait, what? Oh. Okay, I'm stupid again. I was just really stupid. But doesn't matter. Oh geez. So my game-winning barrage of bowlers is only dealing 7 now. But I have a kill shot. And the Mantis Rider is not lethal. Yeah, so I cast the barrage. Sorry guys, I messed up again, I think. How do I attack for lethal? If I could cast the Rush of Battle, I would be attacking for lethal. Yeah, I was hoping to draw the land, but then I don't know, I think I messed up. Because now the Summit Prowler has to be kill shotted, and that's probably losing me the game as well. Oh, come on. So I wasn't winning ever, but now, yeah, now I don't have my blocker, so I know I'm just dead to an all-out attack. Jeez. That write down, too strong. Okay, now that I know what I'm up against, I think I can play around most of the stuff my opponent did. There was still some pretty rough beats. Well, this is just the test stream anyway, so hopefully I do a better job against the much tougher opposition on Thursday. I guess I have a tormenting voice. Whoa. It's all good. It's all good. My land is in my graveyard. But I don't think I can discard Rush of Battle with a draw that looked like I was just flooding out, most likely. Yeah, only the best spells. Opponent, of course, even more unfortunate. Stuck on 2 lands and discarding. Well, we drew a Grey Ogre, so... No tax. Opponent mulligan as well. Yes, we both mulliganed. Ain't tracker. Oh, opponent with the careful block. Not that I would have done anything. I just figured that getting raid is better and losing a creature is fine, but I didn't just want to only suicide a single creature when I could instead also deal damage. Plains. Just in time. Thank you, Paco Di Bolo. Opponent with pretty good blocks here. Not another spell? Okay, you can have it. Defiant Strike. Oh, should I really? Guys. Is it Spanish? Paco Di Bolo? I always choose protection from blue. usually wins the game. What? What did I do now? I'm not even thinking straight. I was 100% sure that my pawn was on 3. Okay guys, maybe I shouldn't be streaming today. It was my stoner moniker on my grad jacket a decade ago. Okay, I have no idea what you're talking about. I just know that I'm an idiot for throwing this game away again, or trying to. Yeah, quality entertainment for you and embarrassing for me. Sounds like a plan. I'm pretty sure I'm far enough ahead here to still win. It's just... you never know what's going to happen. As I said, there's some stiff competition in the streamerverse. Paul Cheon and Numa Tanami will be on at Thursday night. It's 10 p.m. It's 10 p.m. Central European time, which is, I guess, around noon. Yeah, played perfectly, got rewarded. So I think the sideboarding was fine. This looks a bit weird, but with the two barrages, I think that's what we need to do. And yeah, I think active treason, now that my opponent has shown that he's basically on mono vaults, that's definitely worth it. I kind of even like Trumpet Blast. Our creature count is not as high, but maybe because we don't want to play the late game, we just take out the kill shot, try to win that way. It's kind of nice. No, is it nice with barrage? No, it's not nice with barrage. Yeah, we can easily get stuck with a hand that does nothing, but we have the two tormenting voices. Taking out Killshot is only going to be bad against the Mantis Rider. Yeah, thanks Numa. I was just talking about our awesome streamers event. Okay, I snap keep this because I hate mulliganing this format, but I wouldn't fault you for not doing that. Also, I have two tormenting voices, so the plan is to be in Utrecht to commentate, yes. I would like to draw a creature here. Nope. Kenji is just awesome. Strong barrage of bowlers. Yeah, full-time streamer. I could never do these. Subscriber celebrations, even with Kermit helping me out. So that's why I'm not a full-time streamer. Yeah, I prefer full-time commentator. I'm not even that, but I've done 12 events last year, I think. So mostly this is actually playing into my plan. If he's not attacking, my Rush of Battle Barrage of Bowlers will be very, very strong. Clearly my opponent can't know this, and from his perspective it looks like he doesn't want to trade Bloodfire Expert for a Summit Prowler, and probably has like 0/6 creatures on defense here. This could be ugly for my opponent. It could also be ugly for me, clearly, but... Mardu Horde Chief? Jeez. So, let's see. I want the Falconer to do work. I already have 5, 10, 14, 15, 16 damage with the help of Barrage. And I kind of think that the Bloodfire Expert is just going to bounce off an 05. But that's not bad, because I get to Horde Chief plus Horde Mate, and then next turn I have Lethal. And the Expert is the one creature that I can actually attack with. Hey, we brought a second one in, didn't we? Maybe we are making the first good play of the evening. Yeah, you can see. Yeah, all my folders full of documents and magic cards. Basically, I have a wall of this stuff. Okay, 05 guy, or not, or Traderino. No, 06 guy. No, he's gonna see my combo. Well, what you gonna do about it? He knows it now. He knows it. He's just typing it in chat as if it's not the best combo he's ever seen. The no value timely Horde Mate. Game's over. Yeah, I thought game was over game 1 and game 2 as well, when I played Fate of Resistance on blue. Morph? I don't know, guy. This feels pretty unfair. I feel kind of bad. I mean, he's a stream viewer as well, but now he's at -70. Good games, my friend. Come back to the stream anytime. All right, guys. 1-0 in KTK draft. 1-1 today. Merciless. Yes, merciless. We don't even have to wait too long. That's my biggest strength as a streamer. I'm so slow that there isn't much downtime between rounds. Really? What's his name? Arnold. My opponent knew my hand from the 06. And he was No, oh, now I know what you mean. He was in stream, and he told me at the beginning of the match that he turned off the stream before the draft. So that was very nice of him. Ian Farnham would make sense with the name I Farnham, but I actually don't remember. I'm sure he'll be back. Ian, if you're back, let us know if your name is Ian or not. We have to pass the time somehow, I guess. I would play Modern, but I only have the Jeskai Ascendancy deck with Dig Through Time. And I think that's also, given the state of my mental state, it's probably not the best idea. So what are we going to do instead? I'm German, yes, totally. So, oh. Yeah, I've modded you, Kenji. You shouldn't be gone, it's only a warning. Are you alive? Are you alive, Kenji? Kenji? Okay, it was good knowing you. What? I modded you. Nightbot shouldn't really. Yeah, I think it may be just taking some time. It didn't time you out, so you are invincible now. Yeah, the Steam War is actually on because we'll be playing against each other. Okay, I found Ian Farnham playing at GP Orlando against Melissa de Tora at the quarterfinals. And now I know how you look like, Ian. So wasn't that KTK draft? So I beat a KTK draft GP top 8 competitor. Or was it constructed? Yeah.
Ian's necklace in front of you. See any spice over there?
Yeah, straight 3 colors.
Cons of Turkey.
For his.
Pretty sure. Yeah. Morphs in play. So Fate Reforged. Did you guys see the decks from the Star City Games Washington DC Open Series? I thought there was some pretty nice stuff in there. Gerard Fabiano winning again, clearly, very interesting. And then you have the Sultai Ramp by Ali Antrazi. I don't know what's going on, but Frontier Siege looks super fun to me. And I didn't realize that you could get two mana immediately in your own turn. I talked to my brother and he compared it to Garruk, which is probably a bit over the top, but still. So I'm gonna answer some questions quickly. I am not recording videos by now. I don't have the time. Sorry if you missed them. I'm doing all I can to be producing content, but the way I see it, the work I do as a commentator is just a lot more valuable to a lot more people compared to doing draft videos. Even if I like doing it, it's just, yeah, the trade-off is not as high. I'm not really a frequent streamer for the same reason, but I really like to do it. I like it more than recording draft videos. There's just this issue that for draft videos you usually get paid or compensated, and if you aren't a regular streamer, so when you aren't streaming as regularly, for example, I'm streaming very rarely, then there's pretty much no money, right? You can run some ads. Well, I don't even know if I can run ads. I've never done that. I'm also not begging for donations here. It's more about the fact that doing commentary at GPs is closer to a job than being a streamer if you don't want to stream multiple hours each day, which I don't want to do. So that's kind of where I stand. I don't know. Like Gerard wins with a lot of things that are not particularly good, but I think this list actually looks super solid. I love the Ugin, and I also love that he didn't really go overboard with new cards or crazy interactions. The True Rakshasa Secret I've not seen in action, but that could be good. Also, just having Crooks of Fate, added to the format is definitely important, and it's not only for blue-white control. I think that's just an important lesson. Rakshasa Death in an sideboard. So I would have to read his article. I don't even know what he's up to with his game plan and everything. I've also not basically no experience with this kind of deck. I'm just looking into standard right now because it's going to be important for me for commentary, of course, but also for the regional PDQ, which I'm qualified for. So the Sultai ramp deck to me looks definitely more fun. I don't know if it's better, but if you have the Frontier Sieges, look what he's ramping into. He's ramping into Hornet Queens, Pearl Lake Ancient, Tazigor, Garruk, 2 Ugins, a Worst Fears, and then he has 3 Digs and 2 Treasure Cruise. I don't know. It's just pretty crazy. Now, what I'm really asking is if he ever Frontier Sieged for dragons to fight with a Hornet Queen and its 4 tokens against an opposing board. And I didn't watch all the coverage, so I don't know if that ever happened. It's really funny how having a dragon in your sideboard can be really good against Crooks of Fate, because it becomes so difficult to, well, it becomes impossible to kill all creatures with a single sorcery. Yeah, so now for some reason I won a PPDQ. I played 2 local PPDQs because they were in the city I live in. I did horrible in the first one, and then I decided not to play Blue Red Delver again, but I went with Jeskai Ascendancy combo instead. And that deck was just really well positioned. People had Chalices, but those are good against Delver, but not enough to stop Ascendancy from comboing. And so I managed to win that one. Tazigor was pretty awesome. Yeah, I think having a couple of Tazigors in your black decks in the future in Standard is going to be a good thing. It's just that this deck is all over the place, right? It doesn't have a clear game plan. It has 4 one-offs that are all somewhat high impact and important. And I guess with Dig Through Time, you can argue that you will find them, but I'm not sure. I don't have the answer. I don't know. I'm not much of an aggro player myself, but this is also pretty straightforward list. 4 Monastery Mentor and a Soulfire Grandmaster. I would have thought that the Mentor as a 4-off is maybe a bit too clunky. It doesn't generate an immediate advantage when you play it. Dr. Spectacles. I live in Aachen, which is one of the westernmost cities in Germany. It's super close to both the Dutch and the Belgian border, and it's 1 hour west of Cologne. And that should describe it pretty accurately. So yeah, that actually answers Dr. Spectacles and Twitch Cutto's question. Okay, you even know it. It's a pretty old city with a rich history as well. So yeah, I was expecting Wild, what is it called? Wild Dash, Wild Slash, like the 1 mana shock to make an appearance, but this guy is playing Collateral Damage instead. I thought that was really interesting. Just dealing 3 instead of 2 is huge, but you have to sacrifice a creature. So you can only play this after you've generated tokens with the Mentor or with the Rebel Master. Which seems interesting. I'm not saying it's wrong. It's just how this is not a card that you would expect in constructed decks. Outpost Siege, by the way, is super fun. Also, like you just choose cons, and a lot of decks cannot really beat the card advantage. I had to play against this in limited, and it was scary. My opponent played on turn 4, and I was like, yeah, I have to beat what you have on the board, but you also get 2 cards each turn. Oh, true. Yeah, I didn't look at this exactly right. The Raise the Alarm and Hotling Outburst also work with collateral damage, but I'm. Oh wait, it's probably against Bile Blight. This is a Bile Blight protection. That makes the most sense to me. If you have a turn 3 Rebel Master and you cast a turn 4 Hurtling Outburst, just as an example, Bile Blight just wrecks you. And Bile Blight is on the rise, or has been on the rise. So if you have collateral damage, you basically counter a Bile Blight. That could be the reason. Because otherwise, I'm not sure if the +1 damage is really why you would want to play this kind of card. Interesting. I think we solved it. We still have more to solve here in the sideboard with the End Hostilities and Elspeth. But I love the Bile Blight interaction. I think that's quite valuable. Yeah, Dead to Drowning Star, but that's not a main deck card. You can play around that differently with, especially with Prowess. You just don't expose. Well, you expose your creatures, but you always have a mana open. In fact, having a 1-mana spell is still good against Drowning Sorrow. If you have one of the Prowess creatures and a Rebel Master, then your Rebel Master and its tokens are going to die anyway. So at least it's a 1-mana way to Prowess that's not actually as much worse as Wild Slash as I thought. Okay. Had to turn on the heat, literally. Keeping with the strategy of keeping every hand. A miracle. Yes, it's a miracle. I don't know. Ephemeral Shield, is that the Convoke spell? That doesn't strike me as great. Tormenting Voice. Just the best. What to discard? I think the weakest card is the Whirlwind Adept. I mean we don't have to argue about that. I also want to curve out, but I can't cast my blue cards. So the Ifrit Rebel Master at least gets down as a morph. Yeah, I can't see myself discarding lands here. That's so awkward. Like, I want to discard lands because spells are better than lands, and I don't need more plains and mountains. I need a blue source. Also, I have more Tormenting Voices. I don't know how important that is. I could wait with the voice, but I need to play the Weapon Master on turn 3. And I'm losing some value if I do that. The problem is if I discard the Whirlwind, I draw another 2 lands, then I've suddenly generated a draw that's just flooding out. Huh. I have a lot of 4-drops. Discarding this land seems awkward. It would be a very easy way to lose the game. Just gonna pass. It feels wrong. Feels really wrong. Oh, okay, with the mentor, so that it actually does something immediately. I like Soulfire Grandmaster potentially in modern. Not the Monastery Mentor. 3 mana is too much. Yeah, I figured it out. I'm not casting anything. Indestructibility in a sense helps against Giant Sword because you get 2 prowess. But I also think that the actual cost of convoking a card are often underestimated. Yes, but yeah, I'm passing. I'm not taking the risk. I don't know. It's weird. I think it's a difficult spot. You could Tormenting Voice the Mountain here. You could Tormenting Voice the Whirlwind Adept. I think that's 2 reasonable lines. But I'm also drawing, like, my biggest fear, I guess, is to discard the land and then just be stuck on no lands. Why is my opponent not doing anything? Why is this chat not the right chat? Or maybe it is. This is also weird. Let's close this. The real question is, how big is the cost of spending 2 mana on Tormenting Voice later in the game? There's also a prowess trigger, by the way. Opponent is gone. So yeah, I think 1 mana Convoke is a lot better already. Dark Confidence is awesome. Dark Confidence is a good card, and you would probably want to go back to the more, well, you want to be more curve focused in the new format. Well, you already wanted to be curve focused, but now you also have the discard spells, and discard plus the card advantage. Oh, great. Let's actually cast this. Discard plus the card advantage from Dark Confidence was always a good combination. I think Tormenting Voice in Modern Storm might be better than Treasure Cruise was. Whoa. That's not what I expected.